Here are the top 10 most expensive Pokemon cards from EX Hidden Legends, plus 3 cards that I believe to be great undervalued cards for collectors. I'm just Cracker Packs, and I'm here to collect stuff and help you learn all about the world of Pokemon Shiny Cardboard. Let's go. First, let's introduce the set. Originally released on June 14th, 2004, Hidden Legends was the 5th expansion of the EX generation. I don't know how much of you guys remember that, but that started with EX Ruby and Sapphire. While featuring the Gen 3 box legendaries in this set, Hidden Legends also centers around the original 3 Regis, so Regirock, Registeel, Regice. Hidden Legends was also the first EX series to not have the E dot codes, so that was that weird little barcode thing that showed up on some of the earlier cards. That marked the end of the E series cards in English products. Finally, Hidden Legends switched up the reverse holo format for their cards, fully stepping away from the mirror format that covered the entire base of the card. Instead, they added the energy symbol to the attack box and an energy pattern to the art box instead. With that out of the way, let's get to the cards, because, come on, that's why you're here. Number 10. We're starting off strong with one of the OG Kantomon. Currently running around $50.37 for an ungraded copy, a reasonable $89.71 for a grade 9, and jumping up to $287.91 for a grade 10, we have the Vileplume EX. I still think that Vileplume is criminally underrated. I think it's a beautiful Pokemon, really cool, and pretty effective in the TGC/games if you know how to use it. Number 9. One of the most beautiful Pokemon in the Pokemon world claims the 9th spot as a reverse holo. And that's pretty impressive when you have a bunch of EXs in this set. Going for $54.18 ungraded, $45.48 for a grade 9, and then leaping all the way up to $597.07 for grade 10s, we have the Milotic Reverse Holo. Absolutely stunning card. I love this card. Number 8. The second of 3 Kanto OGs to make this list. This card is currently going for $59.99 ungraded. Grade 9s are going for $72.09, and grade 10s are going for $290. We have the Wigglytuff EX. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Wigglytuff, but Jigglypuff is OP. At number 7, we have one of the coolest and underrated pseudo-legendary Pokemon as our number 7. The EX card is currently going for $60.17 ungraded, with PSA 9s running about $145.10, and PSA 10s jumping up to $450. We have the Metagross EX. Again, this is one of the coolest pseudo-legendaries they've ever done. Criminally underappreciated. So, you might want to check this out. Okay, we're moving on to number 6. This is also the first Regi to make it onto our rankings today. This rock type is currently going for $65.86 for an ungraded copy. PSA 9s are going for $136.71, and PSA 10s are running around $314.59. It's the Regirock EX. Let's take a break in our rankings and introduce our first buy of the set. Just a quick reminder, guys, none of this is financial advice, alright? All the recommendations on this list are simply cards that I believe are currently undervalued and have the potential to be great buys for your collection now, before they shoot up in price. Make sure you are always doing your own research before you buy anything. Anywho, this is actually a 2-for-1 special. Our first buy is actually the Plusle and Minun cards from this set. Here's my reasoning for this. Together, they only cost about $20, with Plusle being the most expensive of the two. The artwork for both of these cards actually connect together, which was not a common concept at the time for Pokemon. Both are also some of the most popular of the off-brand Pikachu designs, and have seen some growth in popularity in recent years. Whether you decide to go for the standard versions or the reverse holo versions for roughly twice the price, I think these are really cool cards to add to your collection that are great binder pieces, or potentially graded pieces if you find a good copy of each. Quick shameless plug before we jump back into the rankings. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video so you can see all of the cool content that I'll be putting up in real time. Alright, back to the rankings. Number 5. It's the second Regi to grace our rankings today. Running roughly $87.54 for ungraded copies, $113.54 for PSA 9s, and then jumping up to $375 for PSA 10s, we have the Registeel EX. Number 4, our final Reggie of the day, costing $112.21 for ungraded copies, $38.54 for grade 9s, and $439.75 for grade 10s. We have the Regice EX. Personally, my favorite of the 3 Reggies, but everyone likes their own thing. Number 3, we're getting into our top 3, guys. This is awesome. The Pokemon World's land creator claims the 3rd spot. Ungraded copies are currently costing $125.30, and grade 9s are costing $164. Prices jump up to $480.90 for grade 10s. We have the Groudon EX. Another break from our rankings to talk about our second buy of the day. Groudon gets another slot today. This time, it's as a buy. The Groudon Secret Rare Box Topper. For those who don't know, box toppers used to be cards that would come in with booster boxes to incentivize people to buy a sealed booster box. While not an EX, this card is less than a third of the cost of its EX counterpart at $47. Now, the artwork is super sick. I think it's probably actually better than the EX artwork, so you're getting pretty good value there. Also, box toppers may see a resurgence in popularity. Seems how we did get an Ends Reshiram stamped box topper in the Journey Together booster boxes. So it could be a solid pickup for now, because personally, I love this artwork. Back to our rankings. At number 2, the Maker of Oceans in the Pokemon world holds the 2nd slot by a hair, going for $125.50 ungraded, $181.03 for grade 9s, and at grade 10s, we see a huge jump up to $603.08. We have the Kyogre EX. Personally, I like Kyogre over Groudon, but I tend to gravitate towards water Pokemon versus ground types. So some other people might think the other thing, but I just remember picking up Pokemon Sapphire, and it was my favorite until Emerald came out, of course. But anyway, before we get to our number 1 and our top buy, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments which card in this video was your favorite. I'd love to hear it. Number 1, our 3rd Kanto OG is one of the coolest looking cards in this set. This EX card is currently going for $243.99 ungraded, with grade 9s running about $247.46, and PSA 10s leaping all the way up to $770.35. We have the Ninetales EX. I really do think that this card definitely deserves the top slot. It's just such a cool and majestic looking card. If you happen to have this in your collection, you are extremely lucky. For our final buy of the day that I believe is the top valued card in this set, or at least undervalued card in the set, it has to be the Dark Celebi. My reasoning is that with Destined Rivals coming out shortly, all the Team Rocket related sets have started to see increases in popularity. Dark Pokemon have also always been highly sought after by the community. The artwork on this card is really sleek, it's clean, it's pretty, and it's personally one of my favorite cards out of this set. I remember picking up the structure deck with this card in it, and it was one of my favorite things growing up as a kid. This card was a prized piece in my collection. Also, as a 20-year-old holo, it's extremely well priced at $22.45 for ungraded copies. And PSA 10s have a pretty significant jump up to $370. You could also go for the reverse holo of this card as well, but personally, I didn't think the reverse holo was exactly worth the difference in price. Now, if you're going for a master set, of course, it's going to be, I think, a little bit less than double the price of the holo, but if that's what you're into, you can definitely go that way as well. I think either one's of good value. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Remember to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Be sure to tune in on Tuesday. That's when I'll be releasing the top 10 most expensive Arbok Pokemon cards. And on Saturday will be the next set, which I will reveal in the next video. So see you guys next time. Take care.